Alright, so we are going to continue our science fiction science fact. I'm redoing this video. I posted it last Monday, but apparently something happened in the upload to YouTube and it never completed, so I deleted it off my phone thinking it was done. So I gotta reshoot it. So here we go. We're going to be talking about Captain America's shield. So, Captain America. First came out in Marvel Comics in 1939. The name of the metal in his shield is called Vibranium. Vibranium, in the aspects of its creation, absorbs kinetic energy and utilizes it to further its own use. Dissipates blows from Thor's hammer, Iron Man's repulsor blasts. It's even capable of not being damaged by Wolverine's claws too bad. It leaves scratch marks in it, but they're not real deep. Now, we'll talk about Wolverine's claws in a later video, probably the next one. Since we'll post 2 today, maybe post the other one tomorrow before I go to work or something. But with Captain America, he was started in 1939 as a morale boost right next to Superman from DC Comics for our soldiers who were fighting in World War II. Now, Captain America, unlike Superman, started out as a man with polio, and a super serum created from Wolverine's DNA, giving him a super immune system and healing ability, and some enhanced reflexes and stuff, was also put through a DNA manipulation system as well as other things put into the serum, which bulked him up, made him stronger, made him healthier, and ultimately made him the perfect super soldier. So, as a morale boost for soldiers, they thought this was great, and they kept it, and they've kept Captain America going strong on almost 80 years now. So, Vibranium, from what I remember reading in the comics, was originally titanium, a little bit of adamantium, and then a metal known as Vibranium. It was melted down, put together into the shape of Captain America's shield. The original shield Captain America used was titanium, and it wasn't round. We'll just put it that way. We won't go into too much detail on the original shield because it was just used as a prop, and it wasn't really battle hardened and used for combat. The round shield was, and it was created by Stark Industries using these 3 metals. It later dropped the titanium and was just adamantium and vibranium, which is why it can withstand Wolverine's claws. Now, real world, we do have adamantite. It is a metal found in certain meteorites that strike the Earth and can be found in some asteroids. It is a known metal. It is very, very strong. It is, I believe, 250 times the tensile strength of titanium, and about 5 times lighter than titanium. And titanium is really light. So, we can take adamantite, we can take titanium, and we can take duranium, 3 metals, melt them down, put them together, and mold them into a Captain America shield, and we'd have a pretty decent shield. However, we want it a little bit stronger than that, because when you mix 3 different metals that are relatively strong, they lose strength. And because all 3 of these metals are relatively light, duranium is a little heavier than everything else, but you'd lose a little bit of the weight, but it would also become a little bit weaker. Not a bad thing, considering adamantite and titanium are the strongest metals known to man, with tungsten up there as well. But we'll add that in too. Just put a little tungsten in there. We'll add in a little bit of aluminum to lighten it up as well, and then we'll put in some silver to add a little more strength to it. So, taking the adamantite out because it's hard to find, because it's a space metal and not very many asteroids or meteorites are available to harvest it and find it. So what we are going to do is titanium, tungsten, silver, and aluminum. We'll melt it together and we'll make the shield. Now, the fun part. Taking this shield, you will be able to ricochet off of things, but if it hits something straight on, it's going to stick in. And it's going to bury deep, depending on how much kinetic force it's built up off of those ricochets. Now, the further it ricochets, the less strength it's going to have because of gravity and wind shear and all that good stuff. However, the moment it hits something, even tank armor, it will go in. The bad thing is you're going to have to put a small edge on the edge of the shield, just so it will cut through things, which, when it ricochets off stuff, you'll see cut marks where it hits. But that's Captain America's shield. Now, a lot of the stuff you find today that you can get from Park Sabers, anything you can find online, this stuff is made in China. It's heavy-duty steel. It weighs about 5 pounds, give or take, whoever makes it. Park Sabers, they go through a company in China that makes the Captain America shield form, and it's a 5.5 pound shield. I believe it was 420 stainless steel, or it may have been 5160 high carbon steel. It's made to be used, but I wouldn't recommend it because it would chip the paint, it would scratch it, it'll dent it, and it would ruin it. But if you've got the money to get your hands on some titanium, some tungsten, some silver, and some aluminum, and you can create the mold for it, I'd go that route. I seriously would. I'd melt it down, pour it in there, let it harden up. You'd have to put a back piece in so you have that nice, perfect arc in there and something to root the grips on. But I would do it that way. You could even paint it after that, put a scratch-resistant, chip-resistant coating on top, and then I would suggest getting like a diamond dust spray and put on top of that so it has that nice gleaming sheen, and it also strengthens the coating for the paint. But that's Captain America's shield. That's all this video is going to be. It's not going to be a long one. 8 minutes is good enough. So we'll get on to that Wolverine video, and have a good day.